Listen carefully, for the heavens themselves have begun to stir. The ancients once said that the skies are not silent, but living scrolls, written with signs, constellations, and portents that outlast the memory of empires. The stars are not merely burning suns scattered in the infinite dark. They are letters in a language older than man, and when that language is read, destinies unfold. Now, in this generation, there comes a whisper carried upon the firmament. A stranger walks among the stars. Not a wanderer of flesh, nor a traveler of flame, but one born of will, of purpose, of divine reckoning. The prophets foresaw it, a time when the heavens themselves would move as judges, when the scroll above would be unrolled and its seals broken, and when the words hidden in that celestial script are spoken, no kingdom of earth can pretend not to hear. This is not the first time heaven has spoken. The flood in Noah's day was written first among the constellations. The star above Bethlehem was not a chance light, but a decree. The eclipse over Calvary was not mere shadow, but judgment. And so now again, the sky bears a message, not of comfort, but of testing. A cosmic weighing has begun. The book of Daniel tells us of a king who feasted while Babylon trembled. A hand appeared, writing upon the wall, Mene, Tekel, Upharsin, you are numbered, you are weighed, you are divided. And in that single night, the glory of Babylon fell. That same word, Tekel, you are weighed, now echoes through the firmament, but it is not written upon palace walls of stone. It is written across the heavens, vast as oceans of fire. A stranger shall pass through the stars, a herald not clothed in flesh, not forged in fire, but born of decree. Its presence shall divide the faithful from the faithless. Its silence shall demand an answer from every nation. Its shadow shall weigh the hearts of men. What is this stranger? It is not a comet, though it blazes like one. It is not a planet, though it moves with majesty. It is not a god of stone, though mankind may bow before it. No, it is a witness, a watcher, a balance set in the heavens. As Ezekiel saw the wheels within wheels, full of eyes, turning with divine purpose, so now does this generation behold a wheel rolling through the stars, unseen by most, but undeniable in its time. The heavens shall become a scale, and the stranger shall weigh mankind. Think of it, a presence moving among the constellations, unshaken by gravity, untouched by time. It does not burn because its fire is not of matter, but of intent. It passes silently, yet the silence is heavier than thunder, and when it looks upon the earth, it does not measure riches, armies, or empires. It measures the heart. We live in an age of arrogance. Nations boast of power. Leaders speak as though the world bends to their words. Mankind builds towers, not of Babel, but of steel, glass, and data, reaching into clouds of technology, whispering, "We are gods now." But when the stranger passes, the towers will tremble. When the scale tips, the markets will collapse like sand. When the scroll is unrolled, secrets shall be shouted from rooftops. For it is written, "The Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed." The prophets saw glimpses of this hour. Isaiah cried out, "The heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." John on Patmos beheld the sky fleeing like parchment in a storm. Daniel watched the throne set in place and the Ancient of Days opening the books. And now, in the age of iron and silicon, in the days of men who measure galaxies yet cannot measure their own souls, the final sign comes. The heavens will be read aloud. The stranger walks among the stars, yet it walks toward us. Closer, nearer, inevitable. Some will say, it is only a comet. Others will say, it is only a planet crossing our path. The wise will say, it is judgment. For when the heavenly balance appears, the first tremors are not in the earth, but in the conscience. Men shall awaken at night with dreams of fire. Women shall feel a heaviness as though time itself is pressing down upon their bones. Children shall cry out, seeing visions their parents dismiss. And yet every dream, every tremor, every whisper points to the same truth: you are weighed. Do you not see how history has been leading to this? Egypt was weighed, and its gods drowned beneath the Nile's blood. Babylon was weighed, and its empire crumbled overnight. Rome was weighed, and its legions scattered like dust. Jerusalem was weighed, and the temple stones fell one upon another. Nations rise, not by might, but by mercy, and when mercy is spurned, judgment weighs them. Now the earth itself stands upon the scale, and already the balance tips, earthquakes in the depths, as if the very bones of the planet groan. Fires raging where once there were gardens. Floods swallowing cities as though the seas remember their ancient boundaries. The nations plot, leaders rage, wars ignite, but none see the larger war, the unseen contest, the weighing of mankind. The stranger moves silently, yet the earth trembles. It carries no sword, yet nations fall. It speaks no word, yet every heart hears it. In the days of Noah, a vessel was built. In the days of Lot, a fire fell. In the days of Daniel, the writing glowed upon the wall. And in our days, the scroll of heaven is unrolled, and the stars themselves bear witness. But here is the mystery. The stranger is not only judgment, it is mercy disguised. For what judge weighs without offering the chance to repent? What scale tips without first warning the hand that places the weight? Therefore, listen. The stranger comes not only to condemn, but to sift. It does not arrive as a destroyer, but as a divider, to reveal who clings to truth and who clings to lies, to reveal who trembles at heaven's voice and who mocks it. It is written, I set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore, choose life. The heavens echo that decree again. Choose. But will mankind listen, or will we mock as Babylon mocked, drinking from golden vessels while the writing burned upon the plaster? Consider the scales. The left side bears greed, violence, pride, rebellion. The right side waits for humility, justice, faith, repentance. Each soul, each nation, each leader places their weight upon one side or the other. And when the stranger completes its passage, the scales shall be locked, the judgment sealed. I see nations trembling. I see rulers hiding. I see the mighty brought low and the humble lifted. For the heavens are impartial, and the scroll does not lie. The stranger's path is written across eternity. It does not falter, it does not delay, and when it arrives, the earth will know. Some will say it is disaster, others will say it is deliverance, but all will know it is justice. Do you feel it? Even now, something shifts. You sense it in the unease of leaders who cannot calm their people. You sense it in the trembling earth, in the red glow of sunsets, in the silence of oceans that once sang. The heavens are speaking. The scroll is opening. The balance is tilting. The prophets spoke not for their day only, but for this day. Isaiah's voice is not buried. Daniel's hand still points. John's visions still blaze like fire. And they all speak the same truth. The heavens shall judge the earth. The stranger walks among the stars. It is not of fire, but of will. It does not destroy, but it tests. It does not visit briefly, but it lingers until all hearts are revealed. And when it departs, nothing shall remain hidden. The proud shall be humbled. The faithful shall be vindicated. The nations shall be weighed, and found either wanting or worthy. But take courage, for even as the balance tips, mercy remains. The same hand that writes, Tekel, you are weighed, also writes, Come unto me, all who are weary. The same heavens that declare judgment also declare redemption. The scroll has two sides, one of wrath, one of mercy, and it is still being read. Lift your eyes. Do not fear the stranger, but understand it. Do not curse the balance, but heed it. For the heavens are not against mankind, but for truth. And truth is never destroyed, it only destroys the lie. The stranger walks among the stars, yes, but it also walks among us. For its true path is not in the sky, but in the heart. Each choice, each word, each secret thought adds weight to the scale, And in the end, it is not the stranger who judges us, it is we who judge ourselves, revealed in the balance of heaven. The scroll is unrolling. The balance is tilting. The stranger is passing. And the voice from eternity whispers again, Mene, Tekel, Upharsin. You are numbered. You are weighed. You are divided. The heavens have spoken. The scroll has been unsealed. Yet who among men dares to read it? The heavens are not silent. They thunder with signs, though men call them coincidences. They blaze with warnings, though the blind call them natural cycles. Yet the truth remains, the stranger advances, and with every unseen step, the earth groans, as though creation itself anticipates the verdict. You are numbered. You are weighed. You are divided. The words echo not only over Babylon, but over every throne, every parliament, every fortress of power. Behold the nations as they stand before the scale. The West boasts in its wealth, drunk on its pleasures, mocking the heavens. Yet its vaults are hollow, its foundations cracked. Its people shout of freedom, yet are bound by appetites that devour their very souls. The stranger passes above, and the scale trembles. The weight of pride is heavy. The East gathers its armies, swelling with ambition. It speaks of destiny, of empires reborn, of thrones restored. Yet beneath its banners lies cruelty, beneath its progress lies blood. The stranger draws near, and the heavens whisper, You are weighed. The South suffers, wounded by poverty, scarred by exploitation. Yet in its pain, the prayers of the humble rise. Though despised by the mighty, the cries of the broken are counted as gold upon the scale. And the North, proud in knowledge, towers in arrogance. It claims mastery over atoms and stars, yet forgets the maker of both. The stranger walks silently, but in its silence it pronounces, You are numbered. No continent, no kingdom, no city is overlooked. The balance does not favor crowns or armies. It favors truth, and the heavens are not deceived. Think not that this is a distant myth. Even now, signs multiply. The seas warm and churn as if boiling with unrest. The sky burns with strange lights, auroras in places they should not be, colors that unsettle even the wise. The ground quakes in chains, as though tectonic bones cry out beneath our feet. These are not accidents. These are the tremors of the weighing. Remember Pharaoh, who hardened his heart though the Nile turned to blood. Remember Belshazzar, who laughed though the writing blazed upon the wall. Remember the Pharisees, who schemed though the very Messiah walked among them. So too now, men mock while the heavens roar. They laugh while the scroll unrolls. They feast while the balance tips. But judgment is not delayed forever. The stranger does not turn aside. The prophets saw this day with eyes burning like torches. Isaiah thundered, Lift up your eyes on high and see who created these. He who brings out their host by number, calling them all by name. Job beheld the constellations and trembled. He alone spreads out the heavens. He alone treads upon the waves of the sea. He made the Bear, Orion, and the Pleiades. David sang, The heavens declare the glory of God. But in this age, the heavens declare something more. Not only glory, but judgment. Not only wonder, but warning. The stranger is not chance. It is not randomness. It is appointment. For even the stars keep appointed times, and even the comets walk paths decreed before man was born. This is not chaos, but calendar, a scroll written in light, now unfolding before our eyes. Hear the mystery. The stranger is neither enemy nor friend. It is neither curse nor blessing. It is mirror. It reveals what already is. It exposes what already hides in the heart. It brings nothing new, but it unveils everything. For the proud, its approach is terror. For the humble, its approach is vindication. For the wicked, it is fire. For the righteous, it is light. Watch the nations scramble. They launch machines into the heavens, seeking to measure the stranger. They chart its orbit. They calculate its brightness. They estimate its mass. Yet none can measure its true weight. None can calculate the heaviness it brings to conscience. None can escape its gaze. They will try to weaponize it, to bend it to their power, as if the heavens themselves can be enslaved. But the scale cannot be bribed, and the scroll cannot be rewritten by human hand. What then is man's response? Shall he hide in caves, as Revelation foretold? Shall he curse the heavens, as Babylon did? Shall he cry for the mountains to fall upon him, as the kings of the earth once shall? Or shall he fall to his knees, confessing what he has long denied, that the Maker of heaven and earth still reigns, that the stars are not gods but servants, and that even the stranger moves only by command of the Ancient of Days? Yes, the earth trembles, but do not mistake trembling for destruction. Trembling is warning. Judgment delayed is mercy extended. Every quake, every fire, every storm is a whisper, repent, for the balance is not yet sealed. Do you feel the weight upon your soul? That is the stranger already passing through your heart. The scale does not only measure nations, it measures you. Every word, every thought, every secret act is weighed. And when the scale tips, where will you stand? Some mock. They say, this is fear-mongering, this is myth. The heavens are nothing but burning gas, random dust, chaotic chance. Yet their own scientists confess the universe is fine-tuned to impossibility. Their own eyes marvel at the delicate balance of stars and atoms, and their own souls cannot escape the dread when the sky burns with signs they cannot explain. They call it chance because they fear it is truth. The stranger does not come to argue. It does not come to prove. It comes to reveal. And in the revealing, it demands a choice. Even now, choices are being made. Kings harden their hearts. People cling to idols of gold, silver, technology, and fame. Yet the humble begin to stir, sensing the winds of eternity, preparing their hearts like lamps waiting for the bridegroom. For as surely as the scroll unrolls, there is also a promise. Judgment is never the final word for those who turn. Mercy stands beside justice, offering escape not from the stranger, but through it. Do you remember the blood upon the doorposts in Egypt? The angel of death passed over those who bore the mark. So it is again. The stranger shall weigh, but those marked with faith shall be preserved, not from suffering, but from despair, not from shaking, but from destruction. For when the heavens shake, faith stands unshaken. I tell you this, when the stranger draws near, many will despair, but the wise will lift their heads, for redemption draws near. The world will see fire in the sky and call it doom. The faithful will see fire in the sky and call it deliverance, for the same fire that burns the chaff refines the gold. Yet do not think this is far off. The balance is already moving. Every calamity is a weight added. Every cry of injustice is a stone upon the scale. Every act of cruelty tips it further, and soon the measure will be full. What then will remain? The heavens shall roll back as a scroll. The mountains shall flee. The oceans shall roar. The proud shall fall. The humble shall rise. And the stranger shall pass, leaving truth uncovered, leaving lies consumed. Hear me, for this is not fantasy. This is the language of eternity. The scroll is real. The balance is real. The stranger is real. And when it passes, the question will not be whether you believed in it, but whether you were found in truth when it arrived. You are numbered. You are weighed. You are divided. The heavens speak, and the earth must answer. The hour grows late. The scroll is nearly unrolled. The balance sways, heavy with the deeds of men. Do you feel it? The world itself senses the weight. Nations rise and fall in the span of years. Kingdoms that boasted of invincibility now tremble under unrest. Leaders speak loudly, but their words are hollow, like bells cracked in the middle. The people wander as sheep without a shepherd, for the shepherds themselves have been weighed and found wanting. The stranger does not delay. Its path is fixed. And with every passing moment, humanity's choice sharpens like a blade. Consider the scroll. What is a scroll but a record of truth? Once sealed, its words are hidden, but when unsealed, nothing can hide them again. So it is with this age. For centuries the heavens were sealed, mysteries beyond reach. But now knowledge has increased. Men have stretched their hands into the skies with instruments of glass and iron, peering where only angels once gazed. And what do they find? That the heavens are not silent, that patterns exist where none should, that alignments come not by chaos, but by timing. Yet, instead of bowing before the author, they crown themselves authors. Instead of trembling, they boast. Instead of confessing, they deny. And so the scroll continues to unroll. The stranger is the signpost. It is the line drawn across eternity. It whispers this far and no farther. It announces that the age of unchecked pride approaches its end, that the patience of the Maker, though vast, has a boundary. You are numbered. You are weighed. You are divided. Look upon the nations again. The West, where light once burned as beacon, now flickers with confusion. Laws mock justice. Truth is traded for applause. The stranger weighs, and the imbalance grows heavy. The East, fierce and ancient, swells with power. Yet its pride is not unseen, nor its cruelty hidden. The stranger observes, and the heavens record. The South, long exploited, rises in cries of anguish. Their tears, their blood, their hunger all are counted, and the scale tilts. The North, proud in its wisdom, builds towers of science higher than Babel, reaching for immortality. Yet wisdom without fear of God is folly. The stranger passes silently overhead, yet its silence thunders louder than any sermon. Who then can stand? Who among men or nations can claim innocence? None. And yet, listen carefully. Though none are innocent, mercy yet calls. For the scale does not weigh perfection, but truth. Not sinlessness, but repentance. Not might, but humility. The proud shall fall. The humble shall be lifted. Do not think this weighing is only collective, as though nations alone are judged. No, the stranger's gaze pierces deeper. It weighs the heart of the individual, the farmer in his field, the child in her prayers, the ruler in his palace, the prisoner in his chains. None are invisible. Every lie uttered, every act of kindness, every secret cruelty, every whispered prayer, all are written. The stranger does not add, it only reveals. The scale does not lie, it only discloses what already is. But here lies the great unveiling. The stranger is not only a sign in the heavens, it is also a fire in the soul. For what does it mean to be weighed? It means to be revealed, to have the covering removed, to stand bare before eternity. And so even now, as the stars align, hearts are stirred, dreams increase, consciences awaken. Secrets press upon the guilty like stones. Hope strengthens the weary like wings. The weighing is already begun. When the scroll is fully unrolled, when the last seal is broken, when the stranger completes its passage, what then? The prophets declare, the heavens shall depart as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island shall be moved out of its place. The kings of the earth, the great men, the rich men, the mighty men, every slave and free man shall hide themselves in dens and in the rocks of the mountains, crying, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Yet I tell you, some shall stand, not by might, not by wealth, not by cunning, but by faith. They shall stand because they feared the balance and clung to mercy. They shall stand because when the stranger's light exposed them, they did not hide but confessed. Do you not see? The weighing is not cruelty, it is cleansing. The stranger is not curse, it is catalyst. Just as fire consumes dross and refines gold, so does the balance destroy lies and reveal truth. This is why the prophets spoke with trembling. This is why the apostles warned with urgency. This is why the martyrs endured with hope. For they all saw beyond the terror into the promise that after the scroll is read, a new chapter begins, that after the weighing, a new creation is born. Lift up your eyes, then do not look down in despair. Do not mock as the scoffers mock. Lift your eyes, for the heavens declare not only judgment but redemption. The stranger will pass, yes, but after it passes, a new dawn breaks. The balance will settle, the scroll will close, and those found faithful will shine like the stars forever and ever. But the choice is now, not tomorrow, not when the sky blazes, not when the earth quakes, now. For the scroll already turns, the balance already tips, the stranger already moves. Hear the voice of eternity. You are numbered, you are weighed, you are divided, but also hear the whisper of mercy. Return, choose life, seek truth. The heavens are not our enemy, they are our witness. They do not conspire against us, they testify for us, or against us. Depending on our hearts, the stranger is not foreign. It is familiar. It is the echo of conscience magnified across galaxies. It is the reminder that man is not his own God, that creation belongs to its creator. And so, when you see the heavens stir, when you hear the trembling of the earth, when the stranger passes and the world gasps in awe or terror, remember this. The scroll has always been before us. The balance has always been beneath us. The stranger has always been among us. Now they are revealed, and the voice still speaks. Mene, Tekel, Upharsin. You are numbered. You are weighed. You are divided. The kingdoms of men fall. The kingdom of heaven rises. Do not fear the fall of Babylon, for it must fall. Do not fear the trembling of the earth, for it must groan. Do not fear the stranger among the stars, for it comes by design. Fear only this, a heart unrepentant, a soul unyielding, a life wasted on vanity while eternity knocks. The heavens are a scroll. The stranger is the ink. The balance is the judgment. And truth is the final word. So now let the mocker mock, let the scoffer scoff, let the proud boast. Their laughter will turn to silence when the scroll blazes open. But let the humble bow, let the faithful endure, let the repentant cry out. Their tears will be counted as jewels on the scale, outweighing the gold of kings. And when it is finished, when the stranger departs, when the heavens quiet once more, what remains? Not Babylon, not Rome, not empires of iron and clay. What remains is the kingdom that cannot be shaken. What remains is truth. What remains is mercy. What remains is the light that no darkness can quench. Hear me one last time. The stranger walks among the stars. It is not of fire, but of will. It tests the hearts of mankind. It weighs the nations. It reveals the hidden. And when it passes, nothing will ever be the same. The heavens are a scroll. The stranger is the witness. The balance is justice. And the word is eternal. You are numbered. You are weighed. You are divided. But to the faithful, to the humble, to the broken who cry for mercy, the scroll also speaks. You are redeemed. You are restored. You are remembered. Thus the heavens declare. Thus the earth trembles. Thus the stranger passes. And thus eternity begins.